Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel eddieinreadingland. My name is Eddie and today I'm bringing you an unboxing. Oh my god, I'm so excited guys! Okay guys, so the unboxing for today is for the Conjunction Tarot by the very talented Ina Aldrit. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right because she is from Austria. And I actually don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So apologies, Ina. I will link her YouTube channel below. She does have one. I am not sure, guys, that, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to start opening this up. I am not really sure if Ina has the deck available to purchase anywhere, but if she does, I will have it linked down below as well so you guys can have access to it. I got this from a Kickstarter. Well, I got this week, but I think that the Kickstarter happened early this year, or maybe by the end of last year. I'm not really sure. I am just so glad that I have it because I actually have been waiting for a longer time than most people to receive this deck because of the stupid tariffs. It was quite expensive to bring this deck from Austria to here to the United States. So, but as you guys can see, this is really well wrapped, guys. Let me show you. And we have like airbags and everything. I'm so glad because this deck is just so precious. Here we have the deck. deck. And let's see. We have a thank you note. Thank you for your order. We have a bookmark, guys. I'll show you. I'll actually show it better in the down camera when I switch to it. But I want to get, because of course if there's a book, I will get that book. And yes, here it is, guys. Look at this. Oh my god, I can't wait. Here we go. Let's put that over there. And let's open the book and let's look at the book first, guys, because I know the tarot is the main thing here, but I am bookworm and I won't stop being a bookworm just because it's a tarot channel. Okay, let's see. Oh, beautiful. Look at this, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Hopefully we will able to see some of the images because I think the paper is a little gloss, but here it is, guys. As you can see, there's a faint image in the background in this, or actually the foreground in the cover of the book. It is a hardcover book, guys. I think there was an option for a paperback, but I just needed a hardback. Okay, let's see. I don't really want to look too much on this. Let's see. So we have an index and we have the major arcana, and then apparently we have a selection of the minor arcana and a selection of symbolic art. Ooh, I want to explore that, but let's just jump into one. Here's the Emperor. So it appears that we do have a quite a bit written about the Emperor, and here we have the original art piece. I don't want to get too spoiled on it, but yes, so we have stuff. Let's see. Okay, so after the sun, after the majors, oh my god, they're so beautiful. So here we have a selection of the minor arcana, guys. I'm going to show you. Okay, so we actually don't have anything written on the minors. We just have some of the minors, but I don't want to take a look at that. I want to see about the symbols. What is it? Symbols. A selection of symbolic art. Ooh. I wonder if these were prototypes of... Oh, no. Clifford Dilemma? So they have names, guys. Deep Water. Oh, wow, that's so beautiful. The Blue Tower. The Unborn One. Wow. Her art is just so... it feels cosmic, and it feels also... Oh, look at that. The Arbitrator. Wow. It feels Lovecraftian and Eldritch horror. They have that sort of vibe, which I love. It's just, it's just bad that Lovecraft was not such a very good person. But yes. So I will read this. Of course I will, guys. And I will let you know what I think about it and what she says about it. But I'm going to put that over there. And then I'm going to show you the bookmark, which of course I love. I'm a bookworm, so that's probably going to live with that book over there. And here we have Ina's card. Oh, art from another dimension. That is exactly what that feels like. Yeah, it is art from another dimension. That is exactly what that is. Oh, let me see. It's upside down. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so to the star of this video. Let's see, we have the box. Ooh, look at that. Here we have the Conjunction Tarot. Ooh. And where are my scissors? My trusty scissors. I wonder what this egg equals. See, I think it's an egg, guys. Infinity equals egg, or egg equals infinity. I am actually not sure what that means. I purchased this deck from the Kickstarter because the art was inordinately unique, and also because the color palette is quite strange. It does look like it's from another dimension. But, okay, so here it is. Ooh, we have the Tree of Life. Awesome. We all need the reminder. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And I do think that the cards... Oh, look at that, guys. It's a Latin scripture. Mundus creatus est sic. The creator, the creation world. I'm not really sure what the other word is. I don't know what sick means in Latin. I don't really read Latin. Not that anybody actually speaks or reads Latin anymore because it's a dead language. But this is extremely beautiful. You can see that there's the alpha and the omega here. Okay, so I'm wondering if the minors... Yes! Okay, great, awesome. So in the smaller book that comes with the box, guys, there is a guidebook, and it does have more information on the minors, which is awesome, because I'm going to read that too. Of course I am. The box is a clam open box, and it is quite sturdy. It is beautiful. I love it. I'm thankful that I always wash my hands because I do not like to leave prints on. So I knew beforehand that the deck was gilded. And again, it's not that I don't like gilded decks. It's just that I know that it's going to chip off. So I am going to do my best to take better care of this tarot. Okay. So these, I believe, are the backs of the... Yes, they are the backs. So the deck is not reversible. But, oh my god, I can already tell that it's quite the occult book because I see the sun over here. I see the moon over here. I see the golden ratio being portrayed over here. And I also see something coming out of that. We see the two pillars here, the black and the white, and we see serpents. One looking up and one looking down. That is fascinating. I hope she talks about it in one of the books. I'm hoping that she does. And so let's just look at the cards. So here we have a card with the... Oh, cool. So we have a card with the Tree of Life. Oh, there we go, guys. And in the back, we have the Major Arcana. I can see that she has changed some of the cards, and we'll explore that as we go. Usually I'm not a fan of people changing their names, but it's not like it throws me off or anything. Not at all. Unless it's something ridiculous, like the Emperor being called War. But here we have the Fool. Oh, it looks like a genie. This is so good. So the other thing is, and I can definitely see that it's occult. I can also tell that it has a sort of Thoth inspired theme, or it is Thoth inspired. You guys are gonna see that moving forward. But the pips are illustrated, and that's totally okay with me. I mean, I really love this Fool. But as you guys can see, the cards have a very unique color palette, and it's a lot of the negative space with both the white and the black, and we have this tone or degradation of gold. As you guys can see, it's not the same gold that we have around here on the circle than that is on the DNA helix, or even on the masks over here. And if I'm not mistaken, some of the other symbology, it's just everything is so intricate, guys. The detail is just gorgeous, and it's amazing. It took Ina 9 years to complete this tarot. She has videos where she talks about that. But there we go. Let's move on to the Magus. And here we have, I think I get 2 Maguses. Yes. Okay. So here we have the first one, and I believe that this is the one that is actually meant for... Oh, maybe we should bring this a little down so that we can see the detail. Bear with me, guys. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, wow, this is just so cool. I love the yin-yang here. Usually I don't equate the yin-yang with the Magus. Not that I can't see why she did that. I understand, because it's the Magus is also probably the most non-binary of the major arcana that we have, and bringing both the dark and the light in the Magus is one of those things that I know that the magician is able to do. But as you can see, there is Thoth influence over here. Oh, there are butterfly wings. That's fascinating. Let's see the other Magus. Oh, this is even more inspired by the Thoth. This is... Oh, I just really like this, guys. This is so cool. I love the attention to detail and the minute detailing of everything. I don't know if you guys can see, but we have a snake coiling around the magician. That is just so amazing. Ina, wow. Very, very nice. Love this. And here we have the priestess. Oh, wow. We have this goddess in lamentation under the crescent moon. Oh my God. I feel like this goddess is the same. This is also probably... and I don't know because I haven't read the book, guys, but this is probably also inspired by Hecate or Hecatean myth. Oh my God, I love the vibrations that this goddess is just spewing out. Oh my God, this is so cool. So cool. There's a lot of symbology, guys. As you can see, there's a pyramid here and some sort of plant. There's a turtle right over here. A toad, I'm seeing. Oh, this is not a person. This is a gate. This is a gate, guys. There are 2 people here, though. On this road. Okay, let's move on because I'm just gonna... Oh, look at this Empress. Oh, wow. Very nice. I love how otherworldly this Empress looks. She definitely belongs in a dimension outside of ours. Oh, I love that. Yeah, it is a snake coiled around her. You guys know that I love me some snakes, and I can see the pelican here from the Thoth influence, and also the shield. That's awesome. Moving on to our Emperor. And it's funny that we have a cloak figure for the Emperor. That's fascinating. I hope that she talks about it on the guidebook. It fascinates me because the Emperor is so open. Or I'm used to seeing emperors that are very open, even if they're old. They're still quite active and quite powerful in a way. This is a good representation of passive power for the Emperor, and I totally like it. I see a lot of structure, which I love to see on the Emperor. That's amazing. I'm not sure what the eye over here is, but I love that it looks like an autumn. This, I mean, oh my God, it's just, there's so much to see and there's so much to pull from. This is amazing. Here, oh God, here we have the Hierophant. Okay, beautiful Hierophant. Clearly inspired by the is it the Vitruvian Man from well, it doesn't really matter. The artist who painted the Mona Lisa. I'm blanking right now because I'm so excited about it. I swear I know who they are. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Love that. We have the star over here. We have a lot of sacred geometry in this Hierophant, which I love. Actually, I can see that there's a lot of sacred geometry in the cards too in the past month, but it's very apparent with the Hierophant. I'm not really sure if maybe these are the nails from the Hierophant. Oh, that's so cool. This is just so amazing. Here we have the Lovers. And I'm actually very glad that we have 2 hands. We don't know if they're a woman or a man, or they're 2 men or 2 women. I love the androgyny of it. I love when the Lovers are either we see queer couples or we see an androgyny to the card. I love that. But as you can see, there's also alchemy here, and we have the Orphic egg over here as well. We have the lion and we have the eagle present. Amazing. And I feel we have 2 figures over here. Not really sure if there are the Emperor and the Empress, probably, since this is Thoth inspired. Ooh, here we have... Oh, it's called the Conqueror, not the Chariot. Okay. I'm not very sure if I like that name for the Chariot, but I can definitely see that this is a Chariot card. And I can see that there is movement in the card, which I love for the Chariot, but I can also tell that the Chariot is actually not moving, which is quite weird, but I actually like it. I prefer when I can see the Chariot moving, or I can perceive that the Chariot is moving. In this case, it's quite apparent that the Chariot is stagnant or still. Love the Sphinxes. Look at that. I've never seen Sphinxes drawn that way. This is just so cool. This is amazing. I am uncertain of the lanterns, I'm gonna call them over here, but they do feel like globes, like different worlds coming out of this conqueror person. Oh, maybe it's the worlds that they have conquered. And I'm only just saying that because we can see that there is a whole universe out here as well. So maybe? Here we have the witness. I am not sure if, let me see. It's for the justice card, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is for standing for justice. I'm uncertain of why Ina chose the witness as the name for this. That's fascinating. I can tell that this is now that I am seeing it better. I can see the feather here, Ma'at's feather, and the person's heart over here being weighed by Anubis, which is exactly what happens in Egyptian mythology. Beautiful card, though. I like the simplicity of it. And I think if you guys see this, there are two sets of scales, one upside down and one right side up, but the scales are connected to each other. That's fascinating for a justice card. Oh, wow. Okay, here we have the Hermit, and I love that we have Cerberus over here. I'm hoping that it's Cerberus because I only see two heads. Let me see. Oh no, the third head is right over here. 1, 2, 3 heads. Okay, awesome. Love that. I love the spirals. You guys know that I love spirals. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, guys, the Hermit is being guided by the Tree of Life. Yeah, that is the Tree of Life. I love this halo around the Hermit. That's fascinating. Wow. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. And again, I love that we can see that the wheel is actually turning. Well, I mean, we can assume that the wheel is actually turning. I really like that. I enjoy the movement in the in Wheel of Fortune cards. I prefer seeing that than stagnant wheels. But oh god, this is so cool. I love the hands. I wonder what each of these hands is holding. They're holding different things. I'm just uncertain as to what these different things are. Okay, here we have passion instead of lust or strength. And oh my gosh, this is so good. I love the fact that we have this sort of sexuality to the passion card. I love this. It does remind me of the last card. This is done very well. I love that the Grail is either overspilling with the snakes or being filled with snakes. Snake symbolism is one of my favorites because it can mean so many things: knowledge, temptation, hard things. It can mean health in some in wealth, even in some cultures. So I love this, and the whole thing with Babylon. The horror is that she is this being that will take anything, and she's very fertile and she's expansive all at the same time, and she's this fire and this. The whole mythology behind Babylon is just, oh gods, empowering. That's what it is, empowering. And this is exactly what this illustration gives me: empowerment. Here we have the Hanged Man. We see even more snake symbolism. I very much am intrigued by the fact that the hangman seems to be without skin. That's quite disturbing, but she did a really good job depicting this. I'm wondering what that means, because I mean, the illustration is just so cool. But what of the musculature of the hangman is? What is this telling me? I'll explore this when I get to use this deck, guys. We have death. Oh god, this is so good. I love that we have the scorpions over here. Yeah, well, this is definitely a death card. I am wondering about the pond here. What this pond is for. That is very cool. I love robed or cloaked figures for the death card. It's because I like the Shinigami. The Green Reaper symbology and the Green Reaper aesthetic. That's what I like. Ooh, here we have art, and isn't this that complex card? Oh wow! So we can see that there's a fusion here. The being is right in the middle, divided, and we can see that there's a dark and there's a light side. I can also see the lion here and the eagle present. Awesome. I can see the sun and the moon being depicted here in the vases or amphora. I think they may be amphora, guys. Love how we can see that there's a mixing of things just coming into the card that is just so gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. Wow. Very good. We have the four elements here being united. And, oh, wow. Very nice. Very, very nice. Here we have the devil. Oh, I love this devil. Look at this. Look at the web coming out of the... Is this a phoenix egg? I think this is a phoenix egg, guys. Wow. The theme of rebirth for the devil. That's fascinating. If it is a phoenix egg, guys, my sacred geometry is not very good. So it may not be that. But yeah, we have snakes. We have a Baphomet inspired sort of figure. Love that. I love the curtains. Love the curtains here. And we have the Tree of Life over here. The pillars. Wow. There's a lot of symbology there. This deck is quite occult. I thought the deck was not going to be as occult as it is. And I'm not complaining. Not at all. That's awesome. I love the symbology. Moving on. Here we have the tower. Ooh. I am intrigued by the figure being quite gigantic. I mean, the figure is just as tall as the tower. And what's fascinating is that even though we're seeing that the tower is split in half and it's going down, so is the figure. Not to mention that the figure has some sort of parasite coming in or out of it. I'm not sure. We can see the broken crown over here, and we can see that the figure is masked too. Wow, this is just so good. So good. Here we have the star card. And you know that I love me some multi-armed, multi-limbed people in any depiction. And I love the expansion that I'm feeling from this star card, guys. This is just so cool. There's also, again, I can see some eldritch horror-inspired imagery here. Love that. Do all of the cards have a snake on it? Or at least the majors? Oh, I love how she's... Well, I say she, because I'm assuming it's the star card. But I love how she's receiving the waters and absorbing that energy. Oh, God, this is such a cool star card. Okay, moving on. The moon. Oh, wow. Love this moon card. I don't know if you guys are able to see the eyes over here. And we have the faces of the moon. We have the pillars. Snakes again. Oh, this is so good. We have a suspended woman over here, and we also have a meditating person over here. There's just so much to explore with these cards, guys. So much. Here we have our sun card. Ooh. You know what I like about this sun card? Well, I mean, I like everything about the sun card. This is an amazing... but what strikes me is that, first of all, we don't have the kids, which is amazing. I love that. But then we have this tower or mountain, and it feels like these people are climbing it towards this source of light, this source of warmth, this source of life. Love that. And I love that we are able to see the zodiac signs here. So as you guys can see, it is definitely Thoth inspired. Ooh. Here we have the Eon. We have open legs over here. Not really sure from what. Oh, okay. So I see a face over here as well. Whoops. There we go. I see a face over here. I think... Actually, I don't know what's going on in this Eon. I can tell you something. It is giving me reawakening or some sort of awakening. And it is also giving me some sort of realization or catharsis. So this works for the Eon. I'm just wondering what really is going on in this card. And here we have the universe. And oh my gods. I believe we have the goddess Nut over here. And we have... Oh, I love the way that these trees are taking a root and they're making this eye here in the middle. And again, we have the sacred geometry and we have snakes. And I love the expansion. It's just expanding. And the spirals. Of course, I love the spirals, guys. Wow. Okay. So, wow. Yep. Moving on. Let's see. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have this exaggeration of fire from this torch. I like the fact that we have a hand holding the torch and another one sort of preventing the flame from being extinguished. Ooh, here we have the Two of Wands. Wow. Oh, it's a sort of like a compass. That makes sense for the... Not really sure what this figure is. It feels Egyptian inspired. I could be wrong. Okay, we move on to the Three of Wands. Oh, wow. Well, there's definitely going places sort of feel here. They're being elevated to that place, but they are moving. They're taking those steps. They're taking action, or action is taking to them. Wow. Here we have the Four of Wands. Ooh. Again, I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing here, because if it's the Four of Wands related to the Thoth Tarot, we have the completion. I can see that over here. This feels more expansive. This feels like an uprising. That's what this feels like. Oh my god, I am so curious to read. Oh my god, it's the Five of Wands. Lord of Strife, and we have... So this is from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. No, actually from the nursery rhyme. The nursery rhyme is just in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, actually, through the looking glass. But the lion and the unicorn, they're fighting over a pie. And I feel like right now what they're fighting over is the universe, because I see the infinity sign over here and I see the disturbance, but I see something coming out of it. Oh, that's so cool. Here we have the Six of Wands, Lord of Victory. Well, they do feel victorious. Yeah. I can see that they actually conquered the sun. Wow. We have the Seven of Wands. Ooh. I wonder about the fan symbology here. Oh. And I do believe that most of these cards have snakes on them, guys. You know I'm happy with it. Yes! Yes, love this. See, this is, oh my god, this is quite, well, actually, all of these cards are quite unique for what they are, but this is a excellent representation of the Eight of Wands. I can see the vibration of energy here and the energy expanding and going places and being transmitted to others. Oh god, this is so cool. So, so cool. Here we have the Nine of Wands. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the vulnerability of this person. It's quite refreshing to see somebody so vulnerable in the Nine of Wands representation. It's they feel very powerful. Here we have the Ten of Wands. Oh, I wonder if this was inspired by Atlas carrying the world, but instead of on his head, this being is carrying out the weight of this world on their head, which is more dangerous. And here we have the Princess of Wands. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Wow. And here we have the Prince of Wands. Oh god, this is so cool. I love how this look like insect wings coming out of the Prince of Wands. We can see the chakras, guys. We have the Queen of Wands. Ooh. Wow, she is fierce. She reminds me of Medusa. And we have the Knight of Wands for this Thoth reimaging. I think I'm going to call it a Thoth reimaging. This is actually, guys, the second reimaging of the Thoth Tarot that I have ever gotten. So I'm pretty picky for my Thoth Tarot representations or reimagings. Here we have the Ace of Cups. Oh, I love this. I love the illumination that is coming out of this. I'm going to say that this is some sort of seed, I think. Here we have, oh god, look at this Two of Cups, guys. The Sun and the Moon are coming together in energy in the middle. Yep. I love when artists are able to show polarity in the twos. It's one of my favorite things. Here we have the Three of Cups. Oh, quite nice. Oh, I thought they were some sort of figures, but they're not. They are actually water that's overflowing from these vessels over here. Wow. Here we have the Four of Cups. Ooh. Love the structure for this Four of Cups. We rarely see a Four of Cups with a structure, which is actually really good because that is exactly what one of the things that the four stand for in numerology. And I love this. Wow, this is just so cool. I'm not really sure if the camera is catching it, but we have a clock over here, guys. Not sure what that is about. I'm so intrigued, guys. Look at the Five of Cups. Wow. You can feel that despondency coming from this card. That's a very cool job. Yeah. I like when you're able to see a Five of Cups card and you're able to feel the energy of the card versus see it. I'm hoping I'm making sense by saying that. We have the Six of Cups. This is Lord of Pleasure. It feels more like taking desire to the next level. This card, we have a pyramid over here. Oh, there is some sort of element of inner child. There's a kid over here, guys. Hopefully, there we go. There's a playfulness because this is a sandbox. Oh, this is so telling. I wonder what this figure here is, because it looks like a desire gone feral or gone monstrous. Oh, here we have the Seven of Cups. Oh, I love this. This is just so delicious. Oh, wow. I like snakes for the Seven of Cups. One of the keywords that I like to relate to the Seven of Cups is temptation. And snakes are exactly that. They're the symbols for temptation, or one of the symbols for temptation. The other thing that I want to see, and let you guys know, is that we have different things here in each of the cups. Okay, moving on, because I'm gonna. Oh, gods, I love this thing of cups. This is so good. Looking at this, I can feel the detachment from the reality. I'm not really sure why I'm able to feel that, but the feeling of detachment and the feeling of there's something not quite right here and I have to go away, I can see it. I can feel it. Here we have the Nine of Cups. Oh, wow. You know, it doesn't feel like a shadow deck, guys, even though it was probably meant as a shadow deck version of the Thoth Tarot. Again, I don't know. I'm uncertain. I haven't read the guidebook, but oh, one of the cups has the tree of life over here. This wow. Here we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, I love this elevation and this expansion in this Ten of Cups. You can see that there is a feeling here that is expanding. That it's gods, it's so good. You can also see a lot of connection and connections here. Okay, here we have the beautiful Princess of Cups. Ooh, she's part of the sea. Here we have the Prince of Cups. I really like this Prince of Cups because the romance has been removed from him, and I like that for Prince of Cups or Knight of Cups. Oh my god, here we have the Queen of Cups. Ooh, she reminds me of Tiamat, the ancient goddess monster being from, I believe, Babylonian mythology. I believe she is also credited with being the mother of all monsters. Oh my god, she looks so primal. And here we have the King. Or, I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups. I don't see a knight. Oh, yes, I do. They're cephalopod, guys. This is a cephalopod. For some reason, this makes total sense to me, especially because they look so ancient. Oh wow, this is so different. I don't have anything like this in my collection. Okay, we're moving on to the swords. Oh, I love this Ace of Swords. You can see the expansion of ideas. I can see a bird and a lion here, a winged lion and a winged bird. I guess penguins are not really winged, and they're still birds. But as in any case, it just feels redundant. Moving on from my imparting of knowledge that we don't really need. Yeah, very much love this Ace of Swords. Oh god, this is so cool. This is so cool. Here we have the Two of Swords. Ooh, we have the eclipse for the Two of Swords. I love that. And I love that we clearly have a road here surrounding the swords. Oh, wow. I wonder what the checkerboard is, because it's not the first time that I've seen it. So hopefully she goes over that. Okay, here we have the Three of Swords. Yes! Oh, okay. So I'm very thankful to Ina for creating this Three of Swords, because I can read sorrow from here, but I can also read the numerological meaning of the Three of Swords, which is amazing. For those of us who are not familiar with the numerological meaning of the Three of Swords, it is gathering of information. So basically intelligence. And I can see that this person is doing that. There's a source here. They're absorbing from the source through these swords. They are focused, and but you can also see sorrow here, especially with this sword piercing this rose over here, and also having that that pulse, which also ties very well with intelligence, because that's exactly how intelligence works. It's information expands in like vibrations in your sorry guys, but yes, so very thankful for this Three of Swords. I am always in awe when artists are able to portray a Three of Swords, and hopefully it'll be the same with the Ten of Swords, I'm not really sure, that both display the numerological and the decan meaning for the Three of Swords. Oh, here we have the Four of Swords. What is this tortoise over here? In a door. So this is more meditative for the Four of Swords, which is totally okay, because that is exactly how I read the Four of Swords. It's a more meditative practice, more so than a rest. I feel like it's more meditation and more time for you to cleanse your mind in a way, or at least do your best to cleanse your mind. And one of the ways that you're able to do this is by imagining a door in with your mind's eye. It's actually a lot easier for people to meditate that way. I don't know why, but I love that I'm seeing that over here, especially with this sacred geometry. It's just so good. Not very sure about the tortoise though, guys. Maybe because they're so slow paced and so patient, or they seem to be patient, so that's why there's that symbology here. I'm not mad at it. This is pretty good, actually. This may also be inspired by the ancient Asian. I guess it's Chinese specifically. The Guardian of the North from the Four Beasts from ancient China, Smith. It is a turtle, or a turtle with a snake as well. The turtle warrior, and it is related to the color black as well. So I am almost certain that that's probably what it is. Here we have the Five of Swords. Yes. Okay. So I know that for the Five of Swords, there seems I'm sorry. The decan meaning for the Five of Swords, and actually that's how most of us read the Five of Swords, is, winner takes all. There's always a winner, there's always a loser. But I like, I know that I'm seeing that here because this person clearly wants something. They're the only one here, and they are holding a sword, but they are being scrutinized by four other swords. So yes, the decan meaning totally here, I see it. But there's also another factor that I like for the Five of Swords, and is mental turmoil or mental disturbance. And I can see that here as well. Here we have the Six of Swords, and yes, okay, so awesome. Lord of Science. I can see science here. I am so happy because, yes, here is when we take our research and we start practicing that research. We start experimenting with that research, and we start to collect our findings. And this is when we get to readjust, and we get to switch things, and we get to explore different venues if something doesn't work. This is exactly what science is. So I'll so thankful for this science, the Six of Swords here. Oh, I love this. Love this. Great composition, by the way, from Ina. This card works from all angles. Genius composition. Genius. Here we have the Seven of Swords. Oh, wow. Well, this person got everything taken away from them now, did they? And what has been taken away has just taken alive all on its own. Well, this is quite the disturbing Seven of Swords. But I can see that. I love the mandala aspect of this. Guys, I'm so happy with the swords. I'm so happy with this deck in general, but the sword suit in this deck is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Here we have the Eight of Swords. Yes, thank you. So, I actually like the Eight of Swords. Actually, I like all of the Gemini decans. Mostly, yes, I'm biased because I'm a Gemini. But I like the Eight of Swords when we're prisoners of our own selves. And this is exactly what that is. So, and this also reflects numerologically to the Three of Swords. If the Three of Swords is intelligence or absorbing information, the Eight of Swords is not knowing what to do with that information. So we have gathered resources or information, and we have compiled all of this research and all of this these very good ideas, but then we're doing nothing with it. So it's just there in our minds, doing nothing, just ruminating and swirling and spiraling in our mind. I like that. I like that for the Eight of Swords. It's still some sort of prison, but I like it more when it's related to our mind. I don't tend to like emotional representations or emotional depictions in the swords. That's what the cups are for. I know that it's a little bit extremist on my part. I understand that, but I'm so happy with these swords, guys. So happy. And here we have another great representation of the Nine of Swords. And I love that we have the brain over here because, yes, this is what's going to happen if we retain this information and we don't share it. Insomnia, anxiety, we will just be completely overpowered by all of this information that we have, and we are not able to do anything about it. And this is what happens. We get all of these symptoms of the Nine of Swords. There's a whole progression that I love from the swords. I'm not sure that I don't have to explain it to anybody here who's watching this video. But yes, thank you. And I love the fact that this also kind of looks like a tower. More so because the Nine of Swords is the Mars decan of Gemini, and I love seeing that sort of towery structure. That's pretty good. This is just so good. Let's see the Ten of Swords. Okay, so we went traditional with the Ten of Swords. Not that I don't like this. This is actually amazing. I love it. But yes, this is more the Deccan meaning of the Ten of Swords. We don't really have a numerological feeling here. I love that we have a square though. There's not really a circle anywhere, because everything is just there's no expansion. It's just more entrapment, more sacrifice, more something that's fixed versus something that will expand. Okay, here we have the beautiful Princess of Swords. Oh, I love the vibrations coming from her. I love how she's doing some sort of dance. This is actually quite the popular motif in Thoth inspired or Thoth reimaging decks, where we are seeing a Princess of Swords who is dancing, and I have no problem with that. That is awesome. Love that. Let's see, we have the the Prince of Swords, and this is just so beautiful. I love the winged the caduceus here in the spinal. Oh my god, this is so cool, guys. And I love that the figure is tied to the pillars. I'm so happy with this, and I love that we can see that even though that he is bound, he's also expanding. I love that this card just made me realize that there's no excuse for not expanding even when you are stuck. I will have to think more about that, but I'm very thankful that I just made that realization by looking at this Prince of Swords. Here we have the Queen of Swords. Ooh, she is fierce. I wonder what she's holding. She's not holding a head, which is something what we usually see the Queen of Swords holding here. I'm not really sure what it is. Some sort of... Oh, it's an obelisk. It's an obelisk, guys. And again, the detail. I mean, look at that. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Here we have the Knight of Swords. Ooh. So here we see a separation from body and mind in the Knight of Swords, which is something... Oh, well, actually, this is the first time that I ever see that in a Knight of Swords or a King of Swords. Yes, there is a separation of the mind from the body in the Knight of Swords. It's an exaggeration of intellect, and which is not good, guys. Actually, you can't just be information, or just accumulate information and then just be that. I think that the best... I love this. This is amazing. The precipice over here. What I'm getting at is that information is meant to be divulged. It's meant to be passed to others, and those people need to pass that information to others as well. I do believe that information should be available for all of us, and unfortunately that's not the case. I mean, with these book bans that happen, oh my god, it's just, I don't know, guys, it's just so weird. Oh my gosh, I love this Ace of Discs. It looks like one of the thrones from the descriptions of the angel thrones that we have available to us. Love this. It looks like chemical compounds. I love the expansion. Oh my god, I love this. This deck is so expansive. Most of the cards are just so... They just feel like they're expanding. Okay, let's look at this too. Oh, here we go. There's more polarity in this Two of Discs as well. Amazing. Awesome. I love this. Yes, show me more. We can see the snake. We can see the change here. Yes, this is great. And we can see the change expanding. There is absolutely nothing we can do against change. Change is going to happen whether we like it or not, whether we allow it or not. whether we are aware of it or not, whether we like it or whether we accept it. I love this Two of Discs, guys. Oh, here we have the Three of Discs. I can definitely see... Oh! They're actually playing like a board game. Oh, that's fascinating. There's different sort of collaboration or cooperation here. I'm wondering, because it looks very harmonious, so I'm wondering if they're playing a game where they all need to work together to win the game. They either win the game or they lose the game together. That's a different feel for the feel of discs. I love this representation. Don't get me wrong. I love this, and I love the fact that we can see that they left their faces, their identity, out to play this. It feels. Oh, this reminds me of the Fates, especially from a Macbeth. I want to say, but yes, yes. This is exactly what that reminds me of, the Fates, or the crone women who share an eye, and they share it between each other whenever they need to see something. Oh, what I was gonna say about the Three of Discs, I love the Three of Discs when we are able to see architecture for the Three of Discs. That's my favorite representation. Again, this is amazing. This is wonderful. Here we have the Four of Discs, and here we have more structure. Love that. I thought it was a cityscape, but I can see that it's an accumulation of a lot of pillars, and I see a bunch of people in a meditative state. I see symbols above their heads. I'm not really sure. I think this is Alpha and this is Omega over here. I'm not really sure what these are. I'm guessing that if they're Greek letters, this is Epsilon, and this one is Lambda. I don't know, guys. I'm supposing. Here we have the Five of Discs. Oh, I love the thunder here. What is happening here in this Five of Discs? I like reading the Five of Discs as making a bad or decision, or making the wrong choice. Even though we knew what the right choice would be. I like this card also for making mistakes. And I know that it's not a very popular reading of the card, because we relate the Five of Discs to something more like poverty or penury, and some sort of desolation and abandonment. I have read that card like that, but I like it better when there's a mistake made, and I think this is what I'm feeling here. There's a disturbance. There's something went wrong. Something went wrong. It's not harmonized anymore. Here we have the Six of Discs. I love bees. Bee symbolism is quite appropriate, especially for the discs, and definitely for the Six of Discs. We have an exchange here, and I love it, especially with bees, giving us not only honey, but I don't know if you guys know, but if we get rid of all of the bees, we die. There is a really huge possibility that we will die if the bees die. So, we should preserve the bees, guys. Preserve the bees. Here we have the Seven of Discs. Love the growth. I love when I'm able to see growth in the Seven of Discs. That's exactly what I read the Seven of Discs as, growth. Yes, material growth, but any sort of growth, really. Oh, we have the Scorpions here. Ooh. I wonder why. I'll have to read on this. Hopefully there's an explanation about the Scorpions, because this deck is not for Scorpio. Oh! Yep. If you have watched my channel, you guys know that the Eight of Discs is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. And this card is not disappointing. Here we have a multi-limbed person, complete master of their skill. I love this. I love that we can see expansion. I love that we can see those skills being portrayed and being offered and presented to us. That is amazing. I can see that there's an expansion to this card. There's an expansion of the mind. There's an expansion of energy over here that it's about to be shared as well. You can learn from this person if you want to. Yeah, this is quite an amazing Eight of Discs. I will say that I'm relating this, maybe it's just my apophenia, but I do see a sort of hourglass figure in the background. So time is one of those things that I relate to the Eight of Discs, because yeah, it does take a lot of time to be a master of your of whatever it is that you're doing. And I also believe that being a master doesn't mean that you're done. Being a master is that you keep doing what you learn to keep receiving the same results, to keep getting the same results. This is exactly what I see in this Eight of Discs. This is amazing. This is an amazing Eight of Discs. Here we have the Nine. Oh, I love this. This is the only card where we are seeing an attention to a more idyllic scene, and we see here a garden, and it totally works for the Nine of Discs, especially regarding that feeling of security and safety and a good place that I receive from the Nine of Discs. I don't see independence here because there's really not a person in the middle of this. It's just the surroundings of that, and I actually really like it. This is a very, I mean, it's a quite a lugubrious garden, but it's still a really cool one. I mean, I want to go there. Here we have the Ten of Discs, and as per usual, we have the Tree of Life. But here we have the Tree of Life being offered to us from some sort of source. I love the fact that this looks like, all of the Sephira are just being handed to us. They're just moving towards us. Because we have finished with our indoctrination. We've come to a conclusion, and we're just ready to go for the new thing. I love this. This also represents wealth to me, especially again coming from a source and ending in something else. From the same gold here. God, this is so good. So good. This also feels angelic in a way. Or maybe what I'm feeling is the cosmic or interdimensional aspect of this too. I love this. Okay, here we have the beautiful Princess of Discs. She reminds me of Artemis. Here we have the Prince of Discs. Ooh. I wonder what's going on over here. What is this? Inside that moon. Here we have the beautiful Queen of Discs. Ooh, I love that we have a mirror here for the Queen of Discs, a reflective surface. That's awesome. It looks like she's inside a cave. which is actually quite good for the Queen of this. I mean, she's the Queen of Earth, so it makes sense that she would be inside of a cave. This reminds me of Grendel's mother from the what is that epic poem? Beowulf, which I really didn't like. I did like the very short verses where Grendel's mother. She doesn't even have a name, guys. Can you? Well, it was written by a man back in the day, so I think that he didn't really care to give her a name. But even after all of these years, Grendel's mother still steals the show and that poem. Just saying. And here we have the Knight of Discs. And we have another unicorn. And we have a person being offered here as in... not really sure. I was going to say sacrifice, but I don't think that she wants to be sacrificed. I think that she wants to be... there's sexual acts here that are going to go on. I don't see a knight anywhere, guys. Yeah, I am not quite sure what to think about this Knight of Discs. I will read about it and let you know. The image is beautiful. I just don't see a knight over here, and also, just to be perfectly honest with you guys, I am not very sure that I see in relation to the Knight of Discs from the Thoth Tarot. Still a fascinating figure. We have the checkerboard over here as well, and we have this dimension expanding here too. I'm so curious now. I'm so intrigued. But yeah, there it is, guys. I am going to read a little from at random from the guidebook. I'm just gonna choose one. Okay, here we have. Let's read about the Nine of Wands. It says the final spurt before achieving inner balance, symbols, enlightening challenges, balance through will, endurance, striving for coalition, expression. Yesod through Atiluth, element fire. Yeah. Okay, so it talks a little bit about the art. I hope that it talks more. This card depicts a figure standing within the Kabbalistic tree of life, symbolizing a near complete journey. The person in the lower area of the card meditates, holding 2 wands, with 6 wands framing the scene, representing the struggle of progress. Oh, okay, so yeah, she does go into the art. Being the torch himself, the flaming head of the figure embodies the 9th wand, signifying the goal's aim and achievement. The as above, so below gesture reflects an approaching inner balance. Endurance is essential as the final stretch of the journey, which is often the toughest. Though challenging, reaching the goal promises significant reward using perseverance and resilience. Okay, so I am glad that she does talk about the art. I hope that at some point she will write a book with a more detailed symbolism for the cards. Or maybe it's on the other book that I bought. I'm not really sure, but I'll let you know, guys. Please, guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought about the Conjunction Tarot by the amazing Ina Audrit. I am intrigued. I am in awe of this tarot. I have absolutely nothing like this. Not even the Mary L. Tarot is like this. This gives me a little bit of Mary L. Tarot vibes. I don't know. I'm gonna wait and I'm going to work with this deck. Probably I'm gonna work with this deck next year. Or probably I'm not going to be able to wait and I'm just gonna work with it in Jewel, even though I already have my decks picked out for Jewel. I don't know if there's anything else I can say about this book. I mean, about this tarot, because I think I've said enough, and I think this video has gone for quite long. And but yes, super excited and incredibly grateful that I have that Conjunction Tarot in my collection right now. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love that you shared this space with me, and thank you for allowing me to express myself um, when I do these unboxings. But I'll see you on the next one, YouTube. Bye bye, guys. Doopy 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 doo. Oh, that's bad. I don't want red nose in my video, but I guess it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Clapping for my husband so that it's easier for him. Putting my deck back, putting my deck back. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I did that. Right. I also need to do that video because I think it's gonna help some people. I want to be with my husband. We're not gonna see each other in a very long time. So I'm just gonna stop